So normally when I do spoken word, I like a lot of crowd participation. So I'm gonna need y'all's help on this one. Is that cool?
Yeah.
We're gonna go to church. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Everybody in here, if you're drinking, put your names down. We're going to church. All right. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Now let the church say amen again.
Amen.
Now when I say amen, I'm not talking about the ending of a prayer or a church term for agreement, but more of a calling. For real men to stand up and catch this next generation of boys that's falling. Yet we stalling like a stick shift car in reverse, and I'm sick because it hurts thinking about how we let this go. How do we let the relationship and job of turning boys to men break apart like contractions using words like don't, can't, and won't? But see, we do not need another boy to not know how to be a man and take care of his responsibilities. And we cannot allow him to think that his job is done just because he ejaculates. And I will not let this opportunity to express myself on this subject be held back any longer. You see, I was a boy. And Ronald Lee told me that just because you are a man, don't make you no man. You see, the word man is actually an acronym which stands for meaningful and necessary. So because some choose not to do what they were called to do, unfortunately, they don't fit. Nor do they understand that concept of paying it forward. Well, actually, they do. Understanding that ignorance is hereditary and misery loves company, they're out there spreading their seed. Depositing their ignorant spirit into the heart of a child who don't know no better. Someone who will hang on their every word and emulate everything they do, basically creating another nigger. Telling him to be a man when he don't know the concept himself. Don't be no punk, and men aren't supposed to cry. But see, my heart weeps for these future ignorant men who will blame the fact that they can't raise their sons right, all because they didn't have a proper father around to teach them how to be a man. So instead of breaking the cycle, they'll continue to perpetuate the stereotype and not fight to make life better for the next generation, all because they're nothing but selfish niggas. Still on that Million Man March vibe, right? Talking about, give me my 40 acres and a mule. Well, I got 40 acres and a tool, and it's called a shovel. And they can start digging the graves of generations and generations of boys who they choose not to exist, all because they're nothing but selfish niggas. And I'm against that conventional thought that it takes a whole village to raise a child. Because that saying only holds true if that whole village is comprised of incompetent men who only seek self-gratification. And when these dudes are called to step up, they turn around and break fast like the meal before lunch. Chew on that one for a minute. And let's guide them to want to be something more than a rapper or a hustler, hell, even more than a congressman, because pimps, players, and politicians are essentially the same, peddling product for profit and a name in the game. How about we just teach them to be a man of God and then let him make the decision? And let them know that there's nothing wrong with taking a stand against ignorance, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And real men are in demand, but too many are yelling man down when it's time to man up and take command. And it's hard for me to understand. We've got the perfect example in our father and his son. His will be done. How about we just teach him to be a man? You see, that's my prayer. Now let the church say, amen.